Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? How are we doing on this Thanksgiving Eve for those of us who celebrate Thanksgiving? I am very tired. Today, I've just been catching up on sleep, so I just woke up from a nap and I am incredibly sleepy. So, that's how I'm feeling. So I'm a low uh little bit low energy today. Just gotta get a sip of water. Oh wait, let me start the music. I love video game soundtracks, so of course, with this build stream, we're gonna be playing the Minecraft. Just gotta take a big swig of water. Already prepped everything for tomorrow. Nice, nice. Hopefully everybody's got their turkey defrosting right now. Just made my bed, gotta clean up the kitchen. Nice. Oh shoot, you wanna know what I was supposed to do? I was supposed to pack today, because I'm gonna be leaving. I'm gonna be flying out on Saturday. So, this will be the last stream for the month, unfortunately. But yeah. At least it's gonna be warm where I'm going, so I don't really have to think much about packing. I just need crop tops and t-shirts and some shorts, and that's it. There, let's get this out of the way. And gosh, it's been so cold in California. I know I've been complaining about how hot it is, but now it is way freezing. It's way past chilly. Flipping, like, it's been, what's it? 50 degrees Fahrenheit lately, which is 10 degrees Celsius. Yesterday it was 5 degrees Celsius, so it was 40 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday, and I've been so cold. So I'm glad to be going somewhere where it's a bit more tropical, I suppose. Alrighty, so as the stream title suggests, we are building the crafting table, as you can see with this title down here. The 21265 Lego crafting table, which is this one right here. This was revealed like February of 2024. So I've been waiting a while to get my hands on this Lego set. Thank God it was at half price at Target like a couple weeks ago, or whenever the heck I bought this. I don't even remember when I bought this. But yeah. I've always loved, oh yeah, let's actually take a look. I've always loved the micro build sort of thing, because for those of you who don't know, Lego Minecraft started in 2011 as a fan-submitted idea, and the first Lego Minecraft set was a like micro build. So this is a 15-year anniversary sort of Lego set, going back to its roots with the whole micro build sort of thing. I think they're coming out with the set next year that's also a micro build, which is something I want to get as well. I hope they keep doing micro build stuff, because as somebody who owned the original Lego micro build things, I'm so glad that this is the first time they've come back to it, or they're returning back to it. Hopefully for this foreseeable future. I should have brought the original micro builds out in order to compare, but hindsight 2020. And those sets are way in storage, and I have no idea where to fish them out. But yeah. All right. Let's get building. Let's see. I don't need the space plate. I think the space plate is just for the very top of the workbench. Let's go grab the first bag of... There we go. There's the first bag. Oh boy. way past chili dogs. Yeah, it's been way too freezing for me. There we go. And then I'll just have all of the instructions on PDF on my screen here. So I don't clutter everything. Alright. I need to get these ones. Oh, these are going to be the plates. So there are going to be plates that we have the option to add little messages on. I probably won't do these right now, so I'll just leave the plates off. I think we get one plate for every little message. Alright, so I believe we get 6 of them. 3, 4, 5... Where's the 6th one? Unless... Oh, no. Yeah, there are all 6. This model's expressions are so funny when you're rummaging through the bag. Oh, does it get a little bit strange? Especially when my face is off screen, or when I look down, I just look sad. Oh yeah, let me know if the audio volume is good, as usual. There we go. I guess I'll have to look back. I guess I'll have to look back at the footage and see what it's like. Audio seems fine on the phone. Cool, cool. I kind of miss the old model. It had so much charm. I know. I do miss the old model, but I do miss the old model as well. However, I just need to find... I just need to put away the money to get a design done, like an actual, like, original 3D model, or an original model done. Original live 2D model. Because I do like the expressiveness of this model, but yeah, the previous model is definitely more me, considering it is a machine. But yeah, hopefully next year, I'll have a new model, and that'll be like fully 100% original, actually robot self, and I won't look like some sort of like elf creature. I just hope during this live 2D era, transitionary era, I don't get any like viral clips and people will think that this is my default look. How is this one? I'm not even sure what... how this is supposed to turn out. This looks so interesting for a base. Oh, okay, I see how it's supposed to go. Mako high grade. Yeah, I need to become master grade soon. One of these days. Hopefully next year is the year. There we go. Okay, now I see the form it's taking now. There we go. Now it's actually starting to look like the crafting table. But yeah, I'm still thinking about doing redesigns and rebrands. I guess not a complete rebrand. I am thinking about, you know, making my robot model a bit more machine-like actually doing like a full, I wouldn't say a debut, because I feel like VTuber debuts in general are kind of overrated unless people know that you are a somebody, you know? I guess it kind of defeats the point of being an indie VTuber if your debut, it's like if you're already a pre-established big person, you know? Because like I feel like debuts are only big if you already have a following, like Bao whenever she does a new model debut, or if you're very popular in the community, like Doobie, like her debut was pretty big. People already know who you are before you know who you are, I suppose. So yeah, I don't want to focus on a big debut, but I just want to revamp a lot of things within the next year. I want to give myself shiny new armor. And perhaps a, like, theme review or theme motif change. Because for me, my theme is mainly just robot and space. But I would like to be a little bit more than robot and space themed. Oh, I am not supposed to put... I'm supposed to put... Oh, I totally forgot it comes with the brick separator. Put these ones here. Oh, so I'm building it like this. Okay, and then I don't know what's going to be right here. And we got these corner bits. Oh, we have to put these on the dark brown. Farming clips of people using their previous names in game. It's always funny when that happens. 2026, I'm not sure what the vibe will be, but I gotta have hope that will preserve. Yo, what's up? Paprika, the PRO. How are you doing? Hope you're enjoying the Lego. I am enjoying the Lego. I'm not sure. I mean, we're starting to get there. It's forming. The crafting table is forming. I need to make sure that I'm building right in the center, because I catch myself building closer to myself here, but I need to build it more right here. I always like the idea of Starfighter Racer. I feel like that never gets done. A Starfighter Racer! That sounds really cool. That sounds very Star Wars Pod Racer. Speaking of which, I've always... You know, with as many Star Wars projects as there are, that Disney's trying to push and all that, I just want them to make a Star Wars Pod Racer movie. Like, honestly, like, after watching F1 earlier this year, I'm just like, I just want a movie that feels like this, but is just Pod Racer. I would love that. Or just some sort of, like, spaceship race thing. Because that would be super cool. Because I really like race movies. What's funny is that I've been watching a lot of race movies this year, because I watched F1, and then earlier this year I watched Speed Racer, the 2009, was it 2009 or 2008? The late aughts Speed Racer movie. And my god, that movie is something. Good is not one of those things that it is. But I watched Speed Racer, and I watched the anime Redline, which is really good. It's a bit all over the place, but I would highly suggest watching it if you love just really detailed animation. But yeah, I've just been watching a lot of race movies, and didn't even realize it. I am missing, or misplaced, a 2x2 tile. Where did my 2x2 go? Gotta be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of racing movies this year, and it's like, man, I just want a big budget Hollywood space-themed racing movie. That'd be so sick. Right now we get the placement of the biomes. That's what I was hoping the new Star Wars Last Starfighter movie would be. Is that still going on, or was that Star Wars Starfighter project canceled? I don't recall. Star Wars has been lately, or I guess in the past couple years, they've been like canceling and uncanceling so many projects that I don't know which ones are still going on. Oh, I have to make multiple of these. Because, like, what happened to the Rian Johnson Star Wars movies, and wasn't there supposed to be, I feel like there was supposed to be a Star Wars movie about, before Episode 1. Or maybe that was just talking about the, what was the one Star Wars show that, a lot of people didn't like? It was the one with the guy from Squid Game was in there. I don't know, I never watched that series. I've been kind of Star Wars-ed out lately. We get two... Oh my gosh. Oh, we get 2 Steves. Oh, amazing. I mean, maybe something like IGPX. I do need to watch that, because I remember watching some episodes of IGPX back when it aired on Toonami back in the day, which, for those of you who don't know, IGPX is a mecha anime, and it's about, it's a racing anime, but it's got giant mechs who, like, run with, like, their wheel feet, and they transform into cars, I think. Yeah, look at that. We got two little micro Steves. Pretty cool. I think these ones are actually a little bit shorter than the first micro Steves, because I think the original micro Steve had a block for its body, not just a tile. I've been so turned on to racing by Uma Musume, so I agree. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot Uma Musume is a racing thing as well. See, the world craves for racing things, especially with frickin' the popularity of Mario Kart and Sega Crossroads. And recently there was that Glitch Studios merch drop, which is like the glitch carts. It's like a merch, a plushie line, so frickin' Pomni is in the little Tykes car and all that stuff. We need a big budget sci-fi race movie. That'd be so cool. I feel like we need to find a Eurobeat edit of Star Wars Episode 1 pod racing scene. We do. Oh no, it's so crazy. I rewatched Episode 1 in theaters like last year, or was it 2 years ago? Something like that. But, frickin' that entire scene, there is not a single note of music in that entire scene. The only time there's music, I think, is near, like, at the very end, right when Anakin's about to win. Which is wild. There's something cool about that, though, just hearing the hum of all the machines. Alright, bag number 2. Steven gets bought by Microsoft and MicroSteve. Hello Kitty, Disney, and Snoopy got an F1 collab? Jesus. How much money does F1 have if they're getting collabs with, like, all of these things? A dedicated line in Lego. Its own dedicated movie. Jeez, I feel like, ever since COVID, F1 has just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I still don't give a dang about F1 as a franchise. But I do like when car go vroom in movie form. Now we make a cow. Every time I think of cows, I always think of that one, what's his face? Shoot, I'm trying to remember the streamer's name. Shoot, there's one clip where a streamer, he's like saluting, and then a carriage blows up, and he's like, "The cow!" And then it explodes. Shoot, what is that guy's name? It's one of my favorite streamer clips. Son of a gun. I cannot remember his name. Queso. That's his name. The Queso cow clip. That's like one of my favorite streamer clips. Every time I think of a cow, I just think of him, and then the cow exploding. Where's the cow's face? Son of a gun. Each car costs like $15 million each year. Jeez. Oh my gosh. And also something crazy is that the people that are into racing are really into racing, because every time I go into Micro Center, the computer store, there's always a big section of racing simulation games for like F1, and they've got tons of controllers on a wall, and each controller is like, you know, a whole wheel with like 20 to 30 buttons and like knobs and stuff like that, and they're each like $500, and that's just the wheel. I can't even imagine how much the chair is, and the clutch, and all that stuff. Like, racing fans, they are insane. It is wild the dedication some racing fans will go to experience car stuff. Never underestimate car people. They are a little bit wild. In the immortal words of Jeremy Clarkson, yes, fast car make vroom vroom. Truer words have never been spoken. Oh, now we're just working on the outer details, making like pixel art. And this pixel art is barely, like, we'll like barely ever see it. Considering that the outside wall right here, it's just gonna get covered up with like the skyline in this little mini diorama. But yeah. Frickin' I want to talk about Speed Racer, because my god, that movie is so goofy. I know a lot of people like it, but looking back on it, as somebody who watched it for the first time, that movie is... wow. It's hard to describe how weird that movie is. It's... honestly, with how saturated the colors are, and how goofy some of the production is, and especially the weird edits, they love the face, like a face just like turns and pans and it like screen transitions. They do that so much. Near the last race, they have every character doing like a panning face turn transition, and it does it over and over and over and over. And I think one scene literally does it 5 times in a row in the last race. It is so strange. It honestly, because of all of those things, the weird editing and the weird colors and stuff like that, it honestly, to me, it felt like a like Dr. Seuss movie. It felt very strange. And it's so sad how there hasn't been any Speed Racer thing since. Like, honestly, if you look at the the Wikipedia page for Speed Racer, it pretty much just ends right when that movie starts. It is very unfortunate, because I like the Speed Racer brand. Oops, no, we need to put... is there a regular one by something? I don't think there's a regular one by one. Weird. But yeah, it's very sad that there hasn't been anything Speed Racer related since. You would think that there'd be something considering the company that owns Speed Racer, Tatsunoko. They've been doing stuff with their other properties. I guess not recently, but within the past, 5 to 10 years. Because Tatsunoko, they're the guys who do Yatterman, Cashern, Gatchaman. Let's see, what else do they do? Tekkaman. So many shows with man in it. They love their superheroes. But yeah, because they did... there was a crossover series, came out, I think, 5 or so years ago, maybe just before the pandemic, Infinity Force, where it crossed over Gatchaman, Cashern, Tekkaman, Yatterman, all of those guys. Let's see, there was Tatsunoko vs. Capcom in 2010, which, weirdly enough, Speed Racer was not a part of, even though that was pretty close to the release of, whatchamacallit, Speed Racer movie. And then, of course, Gatchaman got an adaptation anime in, 2016, Gatchaman Crowds, which was... It was okay. It's an okay movie. Shoot. Where is... supposed to have a 1x1. Do we not have a 1x1? Oh, it's... I don't know why they didn't... They want us to put 3 tiles together to create a 1x1. That is very weird. Why not just give us a 1x1? There we go. My homie loves that movie to death. I can understand how people love this movie. I can understand how so many people glaze the absolute heck out of this movie. But for somebody who never grew up with it and had only watched it for the first time just this year, just a couple months ago, I'm just like, this movie is so interesting. I forgot the weird tonal shift when Speed learns about the corruption inherent in the race he's in, and his little brother and his chimp sidekick wreak havoc on the factory beneath the office. It's so, I'll give it this. Speed Racer as a concept is so very 60s. It's so very, Hanna-Barbera, almost, with its goofiness. Because yeah, I forget Speed's little brother's name, but him and the chimp, that is a dynamic you don't see in cartoons and TV anymore. And they somehow made it, I wouldn't say work, but it wasn't as annoying as I would think it would be. But yeah, I don't know. It was a very strange movie. I think it's a fine adaptation, though. Actually, you know what? I'll go as far to say that it was a good adaptation. Just the source material is a little strange. I really wish that it would have spawned more movies for Tatsunoko. Because I would have loved a Gatchaman movie. Oh, I need to make sand. Or I think this is sand. think I saw the replica of the Mach 5 years ago. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that's what I've been trying to look for. I've been trying to look for like Hot Wheels or Tomy cars of the Mach 5. Because I remember growing up with the original Speed Racer show. I remember my mom made a mixtape of me for my little Discman, and it had the Speed Racer theme song on it. I love that thing. But yeah, but I've never had a Speed Racer toy, and I just want a little like Hot Wheel sized car just to put on my desk. Ooh, okay, now we actually have to build some frickin' pixel art. What the heck? Also, no scene of some goon saying, "He's going over that cliff," and then screaming like he gets impaled. I love that. That's probably the biggest legacy Speed Racer has nowadays. Yeah, 0 out of 10 for not including that scene. It's so cool that what we're building right here, this little outline, is actually a map outline. And what we're building is the actual, like, when you pull up a map in Minecraft, it gives you, like, the biome look, the bird's eye view. And it's cool with this Lego set, you can actually take apart each of the biome pieces, and once you lift up the micro biome, you can actually view this. So this is not hidden and only viewable to the builder. We can actually take a look at this later. Whoops. There we go. My grandpa had all the bunch of episodes in Spanish. That's why I have a fondness for Pink Panther and Speed Racer. Pink Panther is something I've never actually watched. There's a lot of Hanna-Barbera stuff that I've never seen. But for me, Hanna-Barbera, I really like... what Hanna-Barbera stuff do I like? It's mainly just... I like Scooby-Doo, the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla series. That was kind of fun, but laser gun to my head. I can't remember a single episode plot to that, but I watched it a bunch. What's the blue dog? Drippy Dog? Doopy Dog? And then what's that show with the frickin'... He's like a guy with the curly mustache, and he flies like a biplane, and then there's a moose who also flies a biplane, and the moose has like a blue squirrel. I remember watching that. I like Jabberjaw. Is Jabberjaw... there's a very specific voice Jabberjaw has. Is he like the droopy looking, like, bloodhound dog? And he talks like this. Is that Jabberjaw? Rocky and Bullwinkle, that's the show. I remember seeing a little bit of that on Boomerang. You know, I've been on a TV show binge lately, like cartoon binge as of late. I watched the first 9 seasons of Family Guy. I'm currently rewatching all of SpongeBob, or all of the SpongeBob seasons that matter. So, aka the first 4 seasons. Right, I just started season 3. But I do need to get my hands on old episodes of just Hanna-Barbera stuff in general. I want to get some of the old Scooby-Doos and Flintstones. Or maybe not Flintstones. I always like the Jetsons better. Every time I think of Flintstones, I think of the Flintstones vitamins, and I always hated the taste of them and the texture. You would think I'd like it, considering I like to eat concrete or things that have the texture of chalk. I love Necco wafers. I love Pez. But yeah, I always hated the texture of Flintstones gummies. Or Flintstones vitamins. But yeah, I always like the Jetsons as a concept better. I've always been a space future person. Whoops, almost placed that in the wrong spot. Oh, Jabberjaw's the shark in the talking buggy. I remember that. I remember that now. For some reason, I always get that mixed up with Johnny Quest. Because in Jabberjaw, isn't there like a character that is a blonde teenage boy with a black shirt? Because I feel like Hanna-Barbera created that character many different times. Heyo all, how's your Wednesday? It's going pretty okay. I've just been sleeping all day and procrastinating on packing my stuff for my vacation, so I'm just very tired. The only thing productive I did today was I went to the grocery store and I bought some sweet corn tortilla chips because I want to make some nachos tomorrow for my Thanksgiving, because I'm going to just be at work. So I'm just like, whatever. I'll just make myself some good old nachos, and that'll be my meal with like chopped up bits of turkey deli meat, and that's it. Very sad Thanksgiving dinner. But yeah, that's pretty much all I did. Oh, I went to Dairy Queen for the first time ever. I didn't even realize there was a Dairy Queen on one of my drives going to do my errands. And I finally got an ice cream that was dipped in chocolate. I've never had an ice cream with a chocolate shell on it. And I can cross that off my bucket list. Thank God. Alright, so this is this done. That's cool. We get to see the little like map that we get to build. And as you can see, like right here, we got the Sakura biome. These spots right here, these brown spots are going to be the villager houses. And we got the ice peaks here, a taiga biome. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool that they have this little like Easter egg at the bottom. We talking Hanna-Barbera? Sweet. Thanks to them, we have Venture Bros. Oh, Venture Bros is another show I need to download. I've only ever seen like 1 or 2 episodes of Venture Brothers, but I've always wanted to watch the entire thing. But I feel like I need to have watched Johnny Quest to really, or just more Hanna-Barbera stuff in general to really understand the references. Venture Bros is a long burn, but when it pays off, it pays off. How many seasons is Venture Brothers? Or I guess, how many episodes is Venture Brothers? Because I'm not afraid of a long series. I mean, I am the creature that watched 9 seasons of Family Guy over the course of a month. Oh, the later seasons get shorter, I see. That's my mom's favorite thing to get there. I get a peanut butter cup blizzard. Blizzards are the things at Dairy Queen where they serve it to you upside down. Like they put the spoon in it and they serve it to you with the thing upside down, right? Oh, geez. Oh, the only thing that I was not happy about going to Dairy Queen is that all I got was a large soft serve dipped in chocolate. Do you guys want to guess how much a large soft serve dipped in chocolate is? I probably should have just gotten the small because the large was a bit too large for me. But the price of that was mother flippin' $7.07 or $7.17 for a single soft serve. My goodness. That was some highway robbery right there. Suffice to say, I will never get the large ever again. I will just get a small. But Jesus, $7 for a soft serve? I might as well have just gone to a freaking Walgreens. Or is it Walgreens that has the 99-cent ice cream cone that you can just walk in and get? Gosh, which one of these is the freaking skeleton face? There it is. Yeah, might as well get a Blizzard at that point, because aren't Blizzards like the same price at like $7 or something? There you go. Not much of a skeleton. It just kind of looks like a skeleton's head. Rite Aid is the one with the ice cream. I see. The first season of what is this music? What the hell? What was that? Interesting. Okay, I love this song. This one's like the creative mode only song, right? Or one of the creative mode songs. You mean the ones that are tube-shaped scoops? I think so, yeah. But yeah, first season may put off some people because it doesn't quite find its footing. I feel like that's the case for a lot of TV shows. Just the first season isn't representative of the entire show. I mean, that's like it for countless TV shows. I think the only show that I can think of where that isn't the case is like SpongeBob, because SpongeBob's first season, it knocks it out of the park. I will never not glaze SpongeBob. Oh, there's 7 seasons and a movie of Venture Bros. I see. SpongeBob season 1 is god tier. Honestly, as I'm watching SpongeBob, just every single season so far has been a banger. There's been, honestly, the only episodes that I actively dislike, there are only a few episodes that I actually think that like actually piss me off. And one of those, I feel like most people can agree with this, but the episode where Patrick is cleaning up his house in order for his parents to come over, and then he's afraid that his parents think that he's stupid, so SpongeBob is just like, I'm gonna act dumb to make them think that you're the smart one, and then Patrick then believes that SpongeBob is actually stupid. I hate that episode so much. I've never liked it as a kid, and rewatching it for the first time in like 10 years, I still don't like that episode. And I think that's the very last episode of season 2. But yeah, so far I think that's the only episode I don't like. Other than that, SpongeBob has been absolutely goated. And it's so funny how, because I'm watching this in the background, my brain goes on autopilot, and I'll finish a line before the line I'll recite a line before it even starts in an episode. I'm just like, wow, my brain has been programmed for SpongeBob. I feel like a sleeper agent when it comes to watching this show. I feel like once I start season 4, my brain will definitely dip. It won't get so predictive. But where I'm at right now, I can like recite so much SpongeBob. Gosh, I had this one vivid memory where my family, we were doing some errands or something, and I was with my grandma, and my mom, my dad, and my gramps, they went to go to like a Target or some store or something, and it was just my grandma and I in the car. and I didn't know how else to pass the time, so I recited the entirety of the hash-slinging slasher episode of SpongeBob. Word for word, I recited that. And man, my grandma must have thought I've got the major tism, and if she did think that, she was right. I haven't gotten to that episode on my rewatch though, but can't wait for it to come by so I can recite it word for word again, like 25 years later. Rock Bottom is gold. I love Rock Bottom. A lot of these episodes, I totally forget they're season 1 episodes. Because, like, season 1, there's not a big difference in quality of writing for season 1, but it's definitely, the big noticeable difference is that season 1 was the only season that was drawn with hand-drawn animated cells. And season 2 is when they start hand-drawing, but then they convert them over to digital. So, but I completely forgot that season 1, or Rock Bottom, was a season 1 episode and that it was all hand-drawn. I can very much imagine repeating the dialogue for an episode verbatim for some episodes. The recent movies / spin-offs are very hit or miss. Yeah, from what I've seen, there's some funny jokes in current SpongeBob, but doesn't really hit with me. It makes me wonder, because, you know, most of the internet memes have some origin in SpongeBob, and that's because us as early Zoomers, late millennials, we grew up with SpongeBob. So it's like, it makes me wonder if the late Zoomers, early Alphas, and the iPad kids, or I guess Alpha is iPad kid. I can't remember if Alphas or Betas are the iPad kids. It makes me wonder if the SpongeBob episodes that they grow up with, will those become the new memes that we'll just have to accept? Oh, now we've got the big blue skies in here. There we go. I don't know, there aren't that very many memes. Oh my gosh, wait, before I get onto that, speaking of memes, every time I watch an episode, it's so crazy how every episode has at least one meme. Every single episode has at least one meme or one, like, recognizable reaction image, if not like a full-on meme. But yeah, back to the previous conversation. Maybe the new generation won't latch onto SpongeBob memes, considering most people, they just keep the current SpongeBob memes alive, and the SpongeBob memes that are alive are from seasons 1 through 4 plus the movie. Less so season 4. I can't really think of many season 4 memes. Then again, I can't really remember many season 4 episodes besides Krabby Tower, or Krusty Towers, the Krusty Krab Hotel, and then the Claw Machine episode. Those are the only episodes I know for a fact are season 4 and are episodes that I like. I don't recall what else was a season 4 episode. But yeah, maybe the SpongeBob memes end with late Zoomers. Oh, now we're actually building the biomes now. We are building the Deep Dark, which I have no experience in traversing. Oh, there's the 2x3 plate. Oh, this is a goated song. My tism was memorizing the whole Back to the Future script and saying every line while watching it. Honestly, that's a pretty good movie to do that, too. I have 2 movies where I used to be able to do that. One was the English version of Promare. I remember having that movie in audio form on my phone. And when I worked a warehouse job, I'd go to work at like 5 in the morning. During the pandemic, I'd go to work at 2 in the morning. And then for 8 hours, I would just play that movie. And then once that movie was done, I would play the Transformers, the movie, the 1986 movie, in audio form, and I would memorize that. I think over the course of a summer, I watched, more so listened to the audio of Premiere and Transformers 60-something times each. So I knew, over the pandemic, I knew those scripts like the back of my hand. I need to do that with more movies. I would like to do that with the one Blue Sky Animation movie, Robots. Did anybody ever watch Robots? Was it Blue Sky Animation? Is that the studio name? The same guys who did Ice Age and stuff. Because I watched Robots, I think last year, and I'm just like, man, this movie is so good and so relevant. Fun fact about SpongeBob Season 4, I believe that was the last role Pat Morita had, because he was in that Where's Gary episode. Oh, Where's Gary was a Season 4? Oh, that was a good episode. Robots was Blue Sky, yeah. Was it the one with the robot with the massive ass? Like, that thing was insane. Yeah, Aunt Fanny. Which must have been very weird for UK viewers to hear that. Because for UK, Fanny is the front hole and not the back hole. I honestly want to know what the etymology journey that Fanny changed from English, American English to UK English. I want to know why that happened. Fanny was also the name of that one Scottish girl in Kids Next Door. What? Oh, I need to download a bunch of just like Cartoon Network kids shows from that era. Like, I need to get my hands on all of Kids Next Door, all of Courage the Cowardly Dog. What else? I need Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. That one's a good one. Dexter's Lab. I need to get a NAS for my house. A NAS is like a giant like server that you can, or like a miniature server that you can have in your house. I want a media server just to have all of these classic movies and TV shows just to have in my room or in my household. Gosh, I really, I miss watching Courage. Courage is like one of my favorite shows. Cow and Chicken, yes. Love Cow and Chicken. Oh, Ben 10 too. What else? I need to find if somebody has like access to all of the fun fact, did you know that Cartoon Network is like they're racist against robots? Because they constantly cancel robot TV shows, and I want to watch all of them except for Robotomy. Robotomy sucks as a TV show. I don't care what anybody says. That show sucks. But there are other robot shows. What Happened to Robot Jones, Megas XLR, Symbiotic Titan, and Robot Boy. Those were the 4 robot TV shows I loved to death, and they were always canceled very quickly. I don't know why Cartoon Network has a thing against robots. Very discriminatory. Yo, what's up? Mick4D5. MC45. Mick45. I have all the Batman the Animated Series on my iPod. Nice! Also, Epic for still having an iPod. The red guy jumping on his butt cheeks is still burned in my mind from Cow and Chicken, yeah. I want to rewatch Megas XLR with some pals because there's a TTRPG based on it and seems like that would be really fun to play. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. Man, I would kill for a Megas XLR model kit. Moderoid, Good Smile Company, somebody needs to get on that. I would pay good money for Megas XLR to have representation in on my mecha shelf. Oh shoot, my nickname changed? I didn't touch anything. You are not the first... Oh, you're Bernardo, okay. You're not the first person who said that. Last time I streamed, somebody said the exact same thing about their name changed. I guess YouTube changes your handle sometimes? I don't know. It's very strange. Okay, now this is good music for the Deep Dark that we're building. Cartoon Network was the originator for the clanker slur. That is true. Unfortunately, that is the case. Yeah, it's surprising how so many people don't realize that clanker comes from frickin' Star Wars. Clanker... What's funny is that clanker is used in the very first episode of Star Wars Clone Wars. Or Star Wars The Clone Wars. There's a difference between Star Wars Clone Wars and Star Wars The Clone Wars. Because isn't Star Wars Clone Wars the Genndy Tartakovsky series, and then The Clone Wars is the 3D animated TV series? I think I know that much. Gosh, that totally reminds me that right before episode 9 came out, I went on a The Clone Wars binge, and I watched all seasons of it. I still need to watch Rebels and Bad Batch Season 2, though. And, what was the one where it was, like, young Count Dooku? It was, like, Tales from the Jedi or something. I still need to watch that as well. Oh, is this Deep Dark and also Mangrove from Lush Cave? Is that what it's called? Lush Cave? The one where with the Globeries? Sometimes if you mess with your Gmail, it messes with your name. I see. You just reminded me season 3 of Visions came out too. Oh, I need to watch Visions as well. I've only ever watched one episode of Visions season 2. I need to go watch the rest of it. Although, I don't remember if it's season 2 or season... No, I think it's a season 2 episode. There's an episode that was done... one of the studios, they plagiarized choreography and cinematography from a fan film of Star Wars. So I have to make sure to not watch that one. I think it was on the front page of Reddit. I think because every episode is done by a different studio from a different country, at least in season 2. And I think it was the Indian animated episode that plagiarized plagiarized the fight choreography for one of the Jedi fights. So make sure not to watch. I have to make sure not to watch that episode, but I'll watch every other episode. Did you watch the Twins one? Yeah, I did watch the Twins one from season 1. That was the Trigger animated one. That was really good. I think that one's my favorite. The Promare at Home episode, pretty much. I love this clear blue, this specific shade of clear blue. It's so drinkable. This is like the exact blue that blue Gatorade is. My favorite episode was the Lopin Ocho one. Lopin Ocho, that was a good episode. There's not enough fan art of that dang rabbit. One of the best new biomes style-wise. I think I like the contrast between the green and the clay. I still have yet to... I don't think I've really set foot inside of a lush cave biome yet. Let's see. What else do I need to do? My phone's blocking the instructions. Here we go. We do need more Jedi Rabbit. It's so weird how Star Wars just canonically has a rabbit furry species ever since it initially started. Because I think after the first movie, there was the Star Wars Marvel Comics, and the Marvel Comics is where we got the rabbit furry. So Star Wars has had a rabbit furry alien race since like 78. Very crazy. There's a species that's also just a giant rat. Is there a species that's just a giant wolf, so we can just have wolf furry characters? I hope that's a thing. They would be voted as hottest alien race. The bunny dude comes back in the newest Lego special. You know, I've never watched a Lego special. I do want to watch the one where Jar Jar Binks becomes a Sith. And I could have sworn that version of Jar Jar Binks is actually voiced by the guy who voices Jar Jar Binks. He got to fulfill his destiny. The Lego specials are very interesting. They seem very funny and self-referential in a way that I think is nice. Oh, in Legends, there's a race that being giant lizard immune to the Force. I remember that much. Oh, there's a loud song. There we go. I think the evil Lego Jar Jar one has everyone change their morality so the good guys turn into bad guys. Interesting. Oh, that's right, because the Lego set that came out for that special, it had a white Darth Vader. I remember that much. Yeah, and they had a black Millennium Falcon, which is pretty cool. The recent ones, Rebuild the Galaxy. That's the evil good guy swapped universe. I see, I see. I want canon Starkiller. Oh, that would be cool if they canonized Starkiller. I mean, they can't really canonize Starkiller because Ahsoka is the canon apprentice. Or I guess they could, because Starkiller is Darth Vader's apprentice. Maybe one day they'll canonize... Oh. I keep thinking I'm missing a piece. One day they'll canonize Star Wars Unleashed. That was a good game. I think I can't remember. I only ever played one of those games. I don't remember if it's Unleashed 1 or Unleashed 2. I think it may have been Unleashed 1 on the Wii. Anybody know what happened to happened with Jar Jar after Palpatine takes the throne? I think, I could be wrong, but I think in Legends at least, the Gungan people saw that Jar Jar essentially helped Palpatine, who is Darth Sidious, get in power. So the Gungans essentially blamed Jar Jar for the galaxy being crap. So I think Jar Jar was exiled or like excommunicated from Naboo and like every other planet. So I think he ended up just like I think he just took himself out of the game at that point. I think that's the canon for Jar Jar, or at least what was previous canon. It's very dark. Oh, he just went off to an uncharted planet. For some reason, I thought he committed exit game. I hate the fact that on YouTube I have to censor myself like this. Absolutely horrible. Supposedly there were plans for making an animated series of one of those What If Star Wars comics, but I haven't heard anything about them. I see. They need to do more. They need to do a What If Star Wars. Oh, that was the canon in post-episode 3 media. I see. Okay. I knew I memorized... I knew of that much. There we go. Our first... Yeah, let's actually look at it. Our first biome module. It's got the deep dark and the lush Lush cave. Pretty neat. I like the little, like, clips, the bar clips being the skulk sensors. And you got the ancient ruins here with these black arches. Pretty cool. I wish it came with a little, like, Warden minifigure. Or not minifigure, but a Warden little micro build. I don't know how they would have done it, but it would be cool if they added it in. There we go, and we place that right in the corner. Very neat. Got so many leftover pieces. We got an extra cow face, but they don't give us extra parts to make a full cow. That's very sad. They gave us full parts to make an extra Steve and an extra skeleton, but no cow. Alright, so now we need baggie number 4. 4 out of 10. There we go. This one's a bit of a smaller bag. The major what-if story would be, what if Vader survived but Luke died in episode 6? Oh, that would be cool. Honestly, my vote for a what-if story is, what if the sequel trilogy was good? That's my what-if series. I guess more specifically, what if Finn was the chosen Jedi and not Rey? What if Rey just didn't exist? And it was just all with Finn. I think that would be way better. Or Rey can exist, I just wish Rey was a nobody. Gosh, I can go on a, like, million-day rant about how much I hate the sequel series. But I will save that. I will hold my peace. There we go. Got a little witch. Hopefully this is simple enough that they give us another witch. Oh, they do give us pieces to make a second witch. Wow, they got a thing against animals. We can get microfigures of the humanoid mobs, but not any of the animals. Jerks. They kind of did that, what if in Unleashed 2? What if Leia was the one trained as a Jedi? That would have been cool! Oh my gosh. Yeah, if Luke and Leia swapped places in A New Hope, and Luke was the one who was in a relationship with Han. Oh, that would be awesome. That would fuel so many yaoi fics on AO3. Leia had too much potential, much more than Luke. Gotta wait 20 years and have a cartoon series to retcon a better sequel series. Honestly, genuinely surprised we haven't gotten a remake of A New Hope. You would think at the 50-year mark we would get like a reboot series. Especially with Disney, because they want to be in control of everything. So you'd think that they'd want to redo every single thing. So they're just like, we want to make Star Wars from the ground up, and this is going to be the new canon, instead of just deleting extended universe stuff. I feel like it'll happen in our lifetime, though. We will live to see a complete Star Wars reboot one of these days. Whether we like it or not. Oh, that is very crooked. No, that's good they didn't reboot it. A newer Hope. The newest Hope. Also, what's up, Kitty Fries? I really hate them canceling Legends being canon. So much potential in good stories, non-Jedi stories too. Yeah, I don't know why they canceled or they deleted Star Wars Extended Universe. Gosh, one of my favorite Extended Universe stories is the PS2 video game Star Wars Bounty Hunter. I loved that Bounty Hunter game so much. I was such a Mandalorian simp when I was younger. And I loved the story of how Jango got chosen to be the prime clone subject for the clone army. But it's just kind of weird thinking back on it that Dooku has two in that canon, Dooku had like two apprentices who were very pale-skinned women. I think Dooku just had a thing for pale women and only women. Dooku knew what he liked, and more power to him. I think that's it for this wall. Now we work on the swamp biome. Yeah, we work on the swamp biome now. I hope they do at least take a bunch of stuff from Legends to canon. It seems like they're going that way. I mean, I haven't watched season 2 of Bad Batch or Legend, or Rebels and all that stuff, or Ahsoka, but I mean, the fact that they brought back Admiral Thrawn from Legends is like a step in the right direction. And wasn't the whole thing with Thrawn, like he was trying to clone Palpatine? So the fact that they're bringing that story back and that ties into the technology being used to bring you know, the whole cloning thing in episode 9. It's like, oh, they're attempting to make things all come together, it seems. Very haphazardly, but they're trying, I guess. You know what? Give me a what if Obi-Wan died and Qui-Gon survived the Battle of the Fates. Oh, that would be sick. That would be so cool. Why did I place the tile here? There you go. Tile needs to go there. That would be a sick one. We needed more Qui-Gon Jinn. And then we get like a Taken style movie, but with Qui-Gon. Literally, that would just be what it is for when Obi-Wan goes to Mandalore in Star Wars, The Clone Wars. It would just replace that with Qui-Gon Jinn, and that's literally just Taken. Because he would just like kill like every single Mandalorian for kidnapping his lover. But I guess if Qui-Gon Jinn survived, then because like Qui-Gon Jinn absolutely smashed Anakin's mom. Absolutely he did. There's no way that he didn't. He was just like, you know what? I'm studying how to be a Force ghost, which is probably a premonition of that I'm probably gonna die soon. So you know what? While I'm here on Tatooine, I'm just gonna smash this kid's mom before I die. There we go. Now we've got the little whole witch hut. It's cool that the piece that they use for this witch hut, like this pronged piece, this piece was used as a shulker sensor, or not a shulker sensor. This is used, I think, as the this is used as a skulk sensor, and I think this part was first used as the container for the obsidian crystal generator thing in the end that you have to destroy. But yeah, they're getting a lot of use out of this piece. Very interesting that it's a Minecraft Lego original piece, and yet we're seeing this piece pop up in different places for different things. Pretty cool. Nice to see that Lego Minecraft has like a big influence on Lego as a property with new molds and stuff. I wonder if there's a Minecraft resource pack where they have the witch yell, "Get out of my swamp!" They probably do. I mean, people love Shrek memes. They've gotta. We're adding blue plants in the swamp biome. I don't remember there being blue plants. Do blue flowers spawn in the swamp biome? Rebels is cool, but sometimes it's too much of a kid show sometimes. But they do have a tomboy Mandalorian. Oh yeah, what's her name? Sabine Wren? Isn't she like the Hot Topic looking MFer? Wasn't she in live action? Wasn't she part of the Ahsoka series? But yeah, I've heard, yeah, that Rebels is very much a kid's show, and that's like the biggest turnoff for a lot of people. To be fair, when it comes to Rebels, it's probably just going to be like a second monitor watch type of show, so I won't really pay attention to the kiddiness of it. I mean, all the characters seem very much like this was made with children in mind. Like, the whole concept of frickin'... what's the main character name? It's, Ezra Miller? Isn't, the character with the lightsaber and the gun? Like, the lightsaber blaster combo is such, like, a toyetic thing to me. I know if I watched Rebels as a kid, I would have been like, that's cool, I want that lightsaber. Let's see. I need to put this here. It's still a little better than a lot of kid shows comparatively. I see. Oh, you need blue flowers in the swamp. You need to bone meal the ground to get them sometimes. I see. Awesome. Man, I didn't expect to be talking about Star Wars so much. I haven't really thought about Star Wars this deeply in a while. Is anybody gonna watch the Mandalorian movie? What's funny is that, yeah, it's a movie, but when you look at the trailer, it doesn't even look like movie quality. It just looks like more of the TV show, or more of the Disney Plus show, just put on a big screen. Did anybody even finish watching season 3? Because I think I stopped watching season 3 after like episode 2, and that was it. I guess I'm gonna have to watch it. Because I'm a pretentious moviegoer, and every time a movie is in IMAX, I have to go and see it. So I'll end up watching this darn Star Wars movie. I'll have to watch frickin' season 3 of Mando. This is the way to buy your $80 popcorn bucket. I wonder what the popcorn bucket is gonna be. Part of me, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna be oh no, the Razor Crest is destroyed. Never mind. Maybe it's gonna be, because the trailer has an AT walker, so maybe it's the popcorn bucket's gonna be the AT-AT Walker, maybe. That'd be kind of lame, though. Boba Fett show sure was the thing. That show sucked. I did not like that show. It was way too goofy. There we go. And there's the little, like, got a little birch tree, a little farm on the water, and the swamp biome. Pretty neat. Oh, for a second I thought this was Stardew Valley music. Alright, bag number 5. 5 out of 10. We are now officially halfway there. Either it's gonna be the ship or Grogu's carrier. You know what? It's probably gonna be Grogu's pram. That little egg-shaped thingamabob. Or, yeah, it's probably also gonna be just the Mandalorian helmet. That is true. It was what I feared the Mandalorian show would have been if they made it in the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, that does kind of, that does describe the Boba Fett show pretty well. Ooh, and we get a creeper for this bag. Oh, the creeper is just 1 brick? What? We don't get to build it? We just get 1 single creeper. They probably don't give us a second one. Son of a gun. That's lame. Of all the characters to give second pieces, it's like you would think the creeper would be one of them. Son of a gun. Whatever. Lame. Oh, we're building up the blue sky. I liked the Sand People arc backstory, and that one Mando ep. I mean, building up the Tusken Raiders is pretty cool. I just didn't really expect that from a freaking show about Boba Fett. Okay, we need to build some more pixel art here. Oh man, speaking of Star Wars and things that got canceled, one thing that I will always remember, and it's made me upset for, wow, can you believe it's been 10 years since its cancellation? I think some of you, I feel like you guys are on the same wavelength as I am. Do you guys know what canceled project I am thinking about that was canceled 10 years ago? Or maybe it was 11 years ago. Maybe it was canceled in 2014. But it's a video game that got canceled, and I'm pretty sure by saying that, you guys will know what it is. But yeah, I hope that they adapt that story into a TV show. That would make it up. That would make up for Legends 3? No. Well, that's Mega Man. I'm talking about a Star Wars project. Canceled Star Wars project. That was a video game. I guess there's not many canceled Star Wars project video games. Lower Levels, I don't remember the name. Yeah, so, I guess I'll just say it. It's Star Wars 1313. It was supposed to be a story about how Boba Fett grew up after the death of his father. So he grew up in the underground, or like the lower levels of Coruscant, which is what the 1313 stands for. I think that's like the underground levels that he grew up in. And it was supposed to be kind of like a gritty sort of like very action oriented. It felt honestly kind of like Uncharted-y, sort of, or not Uncharted-y in the style, but more like Uncharted as in like the gameplay. Yeah, they did like one tech demo and it was very well received, and then right after the tech demo was shown off, Disney bought out Lucasfilms and LucasArts, and then they shut down LucasArts, so that project never got to see the light of day. Very upset. I was very excited for 1313 because it felt to me like a spiritual sequel to Star Wars Bounty Hunter. I don't care why my brain remembered it as H3H3. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the secret, the villain of that story would have been frickin' Hassan Piker and him zapping his dog. But yeah, 1313. I really wish, or I hope that they adapt the story or concept of 1313 as like a comic or some sort of thing, because I think that's a really interesting story to take a look at. Well, I guess they kind of explain it in a way in wasn't it Clone Wars or Rebels? Because Boba Fett grows up with like the bounty hunter squad with like Cad Bane and that one very tall, pale, bald woman. There's a lot of pale women in Star Wars. I think George has a thing for pale women. How's the build so far? We're getting... This is like halfway done. Yeah, we've got the deep dark and lush cave biome. We've got the birch tree. We've got the swamp. Got a little bit of a farm area. We're just building off the coast right now. We've got some pink pieces, so we're building the Sakura biome pretty soon. Worst case scenario, I hope lives on in the novel. Yeah, hopefully they'll make, like, some sort of book about it. Or maybe they should just make the game, because their other games haven't been doing well. Like, I've heard nobody talk about Star Wars Outlaws. Honestly, the only thing I've heard about Star Wars Outlaws is that the droid partner is kind of... He's very nice looking. 10 out of 10. Honestly, just robots wearing clothes, wearing normal cloth clothes. That's like goated character design. What kind of battle droid is he? I know he's the shorter faced battle droids that were introduced in Clone Wars. He's not a B2 battle droid. What was it? They're not called assassin droids. Those are the IGs. Not tactician droids either. I forget what they're called. Commando droids. That's what they're called. Yeah. Yeah, in Star Wars Outlaws, there's a character that's just a commando droid with a trench coat. And I'm just like, wow, that's how you make a robot design even cooler. You just give it clothes. Totally not me kissing my own butt. What is this? Is this a cactus that I'm making? What the heck? Same goes for any tokusatsu character. That is true. Yeah, you just give them a cape or something. Instant cool. That's why Magi Ranger is like one of the coolest. And that's why the original Kamen Rider is one of the coolest. Or like, I guess all of the Showa riders, considering they all got scarves. And Shin Kamen Rider's got that trench coat and a scarf. Oh my gosh. That's something we haven't talked about. We talked about, or we haven't talked about the official death of Super Sentai. That is very big news. Oh my goodness. I do like, what's his name? The robots from Fooly Cooly. Oh, the Canties. Yeah, the blue Canty and the red Canty. Those are cool. But yeah, officially Super Sentai is dead as of 2026. There's no longer going to be another Super Sentai TV show. Very sad. But the franchise, as we know it, of Red Leader Tokusatsu show, that is going to continue with, I'm not sure if this is the official name, but Project Red. I think that's the name. I'm not sure if the new franchise name is going to be called Project Red or Universe Heroes. But that's the new thing that Toei is pushing now instead of Super Sentai. Which I am super excited for. That's really interesting. And this is going to be they're going to combine the long dead Metal Heroes franchise, which, if you've never heard of Metal Heroes, you might have heard of the Saban adaptations VR Troopers or Big Bad Beetleborgs. Metal Heroes was the source material for those shows, and they haven't had a Metal Heroes show since like 99, I think. I think 99 was the last Metal Heroes show. But then they had Metal Heroes movies in 2011. They had 3 of them. But since then, they haven't had a Metal Heroes thing. So it's been a while for Metal Heroes. So I'm glad that they're reviving it with a new Space Sheriff Gavan TV show. Which is very cool because Space Sheriff Gavan is the only Metal Heroes show I've actually watched from beginning to end. Ugh. Burp. This announcement is very exciting for me and the 5 other people who have watched a Metal Heroes show to completion. Man, getting closer to January, March is going to be stressful to see what they replace Sentai with. Yeah, it is. I just want to see more footage. Because we got to see a little bit of the suit that they're using for Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity, which is the new series. The one thing that annoys me is that with Project Red, every single series, even for Metal Heroes, even for the Metal Heroes franchises that they're going to reboot, they're all going to be, the main character is going to be red, which is kind of annoying because Space Sheriff Gavan, he's very famously all silver and no red on him. And it's weird because Space Sheriff Gavan has like a trilogy. So it's Space Sheriff Gavan, Space Sheriff Charivan, and Space Sheriff Scheider. So Gavan is the silver one, Charivan is the red one, and Scheider is the blue one. So it's weird that they're doing a Gavan show, but they're coloring him red, so why not just call him Charivan? I don't understand. And if they're going to reboot Gavan, they're going to be adding in Charivan and Scheider as characters. Is Scheider just going to be a silver one? Or are they just going to swap the colors with Scheider and Gavan? Or Charivan and Gavan? I don't know. It's very weird. I don't know what they're going to do. Because they're going to have to introduce Charivan and Scheider into Space Gavan Infinity. Because they're literally the only, in that universe, Charivan, Scheider, and Gavan are the only, like, robot-suited characters. Unless they introduce, like, new characters into the show, but I kind of doubt that. But who knows? It's going to be very interesting to see. I want to see tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills. What is that? I've never heard of that before. That sounds interesting. That sounds like a parody in the same vein as, what's the rat parody of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Isn't it adolescent kung fu mice from Mars or something like that? Oh, we're building a mine shaft right now. That's what this is. This is interesting. Oh my gosh, and we've got the little, like, roller skate pieces. And then we turn that into a minecart with a chest in it. Very clever, Lego. Oh, that is cool. Look at that. The arch, and then the little minecart, chest minecart. Oh, and this is the rail. I see now. But yeah, man, it sure is good to be a Metal Heroes fan. If only I could post about it in the Metal Heroes subreddit. Too bad you have to be an approved user to post in that community. What the heck? That's so stupid. They even have diamond ore in the wall. Oh, that's what it's supposed to be, the diamond ore. Oh, right, right. Should have known that powder blue was supposed to be diamond. Oh, it was a show that tried to ride the hype from Power Rangers? I see. Oh, you know another show that tried to ride the hype of Power Rangers? The Mystic Knights of Tir Na Nog. We need a reboot of that. That would be hilarious. Oh, talking about Reddit, the r/art just imploded. What? What happened on r/art? I don't follow that subreddit, so I wouldn't know. Oh, and they've got copper. They got a copper ore that we're making right now. I thought you were going to say American Gridman. Oh, yeah. What's American Gridman's name? Cyber Samurai Super Squad? Or Secret Cyber Samurai Super Squad? Some junk with 4 S's. Secret signature to save a soul. The mods just quit r/art. What the heck? What even happened? I rarely use Reddit as like a communication, or like I really am tuned into the happenings in like Reddit community drama. Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, that's what it was called. That's a lot of asses. How much ass do you think Mega Man gets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 asses? Was that a throwback to anybody? Did anybody understand what that was? Or is this just evidence of me and I can't let go of the past? Part of me still misses JonTron era Game Grumps. But I have come to accept that we will never know why the fallout of Aaron Hansen and John Jafari happened. One day in the afterlife, I hope to... That would be one of the first questions I ask in the afterlife. I'll be like, what happened with Game Grumps? I must know. Did I? That is the wrong thing. There we go. I'll start with the mods banning someone by using the word printed. What? Freeze cracker. I totally forgot that the freeze cracker is the name of the weapon that you get for defeating the ice-themed boss in Mega Man 7. So weird. God, there's freeze cracker and what's another the other horrible name for a weapon was, I think in Mega Man 6, I think it's Mega Man 6, you fight Napalm Man, and if you go into the menu, once you defeat Napalm Man, you get the Napalm Bomb, but the menu shortens it to N-Bomb. How very unfortunate. So crazy that just uttering the word can be used as a weapon. This feels like a Boondocks episode. Oh, I have to use this brown. Oh, that was Mega Man 5. Yeah, Mega Man 5 was the international tournament with Napalm Man and the level being based off of Vietnam, which is kind of in poor taste, not gonna lie. And then they've got Yamato Man in Japan. There's Centaur Man, who's Greek-based, I think. I don't know. And Mega Man 4, 5, and 6 are like my knowledge in Mega Man really dips at that point. Did I miss all the brown bricks? We are actually just placing now brown bricks in Minecraft. I love placing plastic bricks in Lego Minecraft. Oh, this is cool. I think this is like the big mountains biome, and then underneath you have a mine shaft. A mine shaft. Is Mike Matei ever gonna live that down? The whole Inspector Gadget Minecraft. The mod banned u/Strawbear by say he sells printed versions of their work. And not only that, the mod deleted the previous work the user made in the sub. What is the point of this r/art drama? This all feels very random and kind of pointless. I mean, isn't all drama kind of pointless at the end of the day? Mega Man 5 was basically, oh, Proto Man is evil now, but it was a ruse. What were the enemies? What were the robot masters in Mega Man 5? I cannot remember a single one. Oh, now we're putting down the petals for the Sakura tree I don't know why I keep saying biome. Oh, now we make the trees. The mod was a pretentious snobs because art is so above the poor educated level. I see. Oh, Napalm Man was Mega Man 5. Duh, we just talked about that. Starman, Gravity Man, Crystal Man, Napalm Man, Stone Man, and Gyro Man. I see. Wave Man and Train Man. Forgot his name. I think, isn't Train Man Charge Man? I think I remember that much because I remember the naming convention for the train guy being kind of strange. Yeah, okay, it was Charge Man. And then what's the sheep from Mega Man 10? I forget, because it's not Sheep Man, right? Is it Wool Man, or is it like some sort of electric based word? Mako, are you an old Tumblr user? I still use Tumblr, not as frequently as I'd like to. I keep forgetting that I have a Tumblr. But oh, in Mega Man 10, he's just Sheep Man. Okay. But yeah, I remember being on Tumblr back in like 2012 and stuff. Good old days of the internet. Back when Tumblr was a respectable website. I mean, it still is a respectable website. There's just nobody really on it. Honestly, I still think Tumblr is pretty fun to be on, honestly. Even if you just get reblogs of old World Heritage posts. Those things are evergreen. Yeah, before the 2017 purge. Oh man, we are actually so close to the anniversary of the Tumblr purge. Because the announcement of it, I think, was around this time of the month those years ago. And then the actual purge date itself was December 17th. Never forget. That... I've said this once, I'll say it again. December 17th was definitively the day that the internet collectively got worse. Gosh, I remember so many people like cheering for the death of Tumblr, and I'm just like, you fools. Tumblr was a containment zone for a lot of people. Now a bunch of clashing opinions came together on Twitter, and now that ruined Twitter and made it way more hostile. God damn. Absolute fools who don't know how the internet works. Gosh, it's like the same people. I remember there were talks about like 4chan being shut down, and a lot of people on Twitter were like, yeah, 4chan shut down. And I'm just like, you idiots, this is the same thing as Tumblr. If 4chan shuts down, which it didn't, if 4chan shuts down, then it's just like, where do you think they're gonna go? They're gonna go onto Twitter and make Twitter even more horrible. God. Absolute idiots, these people. Oh, and now we can just put down this. We got the whole Sakura biome and Tall Mountain and minecart, mineshaft thing. But yeah. Like, the internet just needs more places for different people to go. I don't like the Times Squareification of the internet, where people are just all on 3 to 4 of the same sites. It's like we need little microcosms of the internet back. And I feel like the best place to start, it's like one thing that I always think about when it comes to the Tumblr purge and the internet in general is and the idea of like keeping certain communities in certain spaces. Why did we have red? Wait. Why did we get red pieces? Was there supposed to be redstone somewhere? No, we got red pieces. There is no redstone in this segment. I guess we'll be using these pieces in the next part, I guess, and they just included it in bag 5 early. Anyways, back to the conversation at hand. Oh wait, let me get bag 6. One thing that I always think about when it comes to keeping communities, like having their own spaces, always when it comes to kids' sectors of the internet. Because remember when we were growing up, there was CartoonNetwork.com and all the games on it, and you'd go to Congregate and and other cool math games and stuff like that. Club Penguin, Wizard 101, all these different little microcosms and little cyber, or like little small communities. And ever since Adobe Flash ended and all of those games ended, like where kids would go, they now just move towards the greater internet. And I'm just like, that is so bad. That is so bad. Kids should have their own little selected spaces. And I hate the argument that a bunch of these like fresh young adults, you know, like people who are like 19 and 20, they're just like, oh, if you have specific dedicated kids communities, that's just where all the nonsense are gonna go. And I'm just like, compared to forcing kids into like an already adult filled area, it's just like, you fools, I want to strangle you for having that opinion, for having that short-sightedness. That's not how things work. Jeez Louise. Feels like I'm taking crazy pills sometimes. My God. I was on MySpace as a kid. I mean, a lot of people were, but it wasn't the majority. I feel like it was very much just like, you spend some time on MySpace just because that's what the cool kids were doing. But for the most part, you would be on like RuneScape or other things. But it wasn't the majority of us during that age, you know? There are so few cute kids websites that are not just Roblox. And yeah, so one thing about Roblox, like Roblox is the kind of dedicated kids space these days, but because that's only one dedicated kids space, again, Roblox has a nonce problem. That's because there is only that one space and everybody just goes there. So it's like, we need to have a bunch of spaces, not just one space for one specific audience. We need multiple different spots. But with the way the internet works, you just can't do that anymore. It's very unfortunate. It's the erasure of the third space. And not just the physical third space, because God knows, us as a society, we need actual physical third spaces. But the death of the digital third space is very tragic. Communities need to be their own communities sometimes. We don't all need to have a combined space on the internet. Yeah, Blue Sky is trying to recapture that. That's why I really like Blue Sky. Blue Sky is, like, every time I go on Twitter, it's always people ragging on Blue Sky for being boring, but it's like, Blue Sky is made not to consume content, but it's just made for creators and creatives and artists and stuff like that. People who just don't like the busyness and the algorithm. And it's like, a lot of people who rag on Blue Sky are just like, they really just don't understand that you don't need to be plugged into the internet 100% of the time. Like, I like Blue Sky because it's not as active, because it's like, okay, I've seen everything I need to see on Blue Sky. I can put my phone down and go touch grass. You don't need to be logged in 100% of the time. Yeah, Blue Sky is a chill space. It's so obvious that when somebody rags on Blue Sky, it's just like, okay, it's very clear you're just internet addicted. You clearly don't have a life outside of getting mad and adding celebrities and thinking that you replying to them is gonna actually change their mind about things. Sorry, I'm just very passionate about the internet. I hate what it has become. Yeah, you don't have to worry about a stupid algorithm. Posts just happen as they come by in time order, like they're frickin' supposed to. Jeez, I really wonder what it's gonna take to get... I mean, actually, never mind. I was gonna say, I wonder what it's gonna take to get people to move to Blue Sky, but at the same time, it's like, if people move to Blue Sky, then it just defeats the problem of Blue Sky just being like its own little quiet community. You know what? Twitter should still be Twitter, because that's where all the crappy people go. Or the people who just don't know better. Or the people who just don't care. But for all of the artists who are on Twitter, and exclusively on Twitter, I'm just like, what is it going to take to move over? Because it's really disheartening to see when artists rag on Blue Sky. I'm just like, this is a platform made for you guys, and yet you don't want to move over? There's literally nothing, like, negative about Blue Sky. Like, sure, you don't get big number make brain go happy, but it's like, the numbers that do happen, I feel like, matter a lot more. Or they're more substantial. Because when you see big number on Twitter, it's just like, okay, it's easy to assume, or you rightfully assume, and pretty much is the case, that, like, most of those numbers are just going to be bots. Like, you rarely ever interact with bots on Blue Sky. Not to say that there are none, but, like, compared to Twitter, like, my DMs are full of bot requests, like, accounts trying to get me to click on dubious links. But on Blue Sky, it's like, I've only had, like, 2, 3 bot accounts message me. And even then, the bots are, like, deleted later. So, like, the conversations are, like, a conversation from a deleted account. It's like, okay, barely even have to deal with that. And the fact that you can change up your own feed on Blue Sky. Like, I love the feed called Only Posts, because it just deletes every reblog from your feed, and you can just only see what people post. And I love watching that. And I love the mutuals feed. That one's a really good one if you don't have that. Like, subscribing to custom feeds is such a underrated, goated feature of Blue Sky. Twitter is full of bots and porn. I mean, nothing wrong with porn, but what is wrong is the bots themselves are pornographic. Twitter is just full of bots in general. I wish custom feeds refresh a little bit more reliably. That is true. Sometimes the custom feeds go down sometimes. The artists that stopped posting to Blue Sky either did because of the big number go up, or they don't want to use too many social networks at a time. Oh, woe is me. Using more than one website to post to post art. So tragic. It's so funny that some of the artists that refuse to post to multiple websites, it's like a lot of the artists that don't want to move over to Blue Sky, they use art as like their main income. And it's like, if art is your income, wouldn't it benefit you to post to as many different sites as possible? Plus, if art is your income, then it's like, then you don't have a regular job. Then you have the free time to post to a bunch of different sites. So it's like, why not just post to Blue Sky and other sites? It doesn't make no sense. These artists are just very silly, and I don't understand. But whatever, be my guest when Elon grabs all of their art and feeds it into Grok against their will. And then they'll go to Blue Sky crying, and then they'll be like, well, we told you guys this would happen. Because, like, wasn't the biggest major thing that happened on Twitter was that the algorithm itself is getting replaced with a language learning model with Grok. So Grok itself is deciding what your algorithm is and what your feed should look like, which is like, wow, that is very blatantly, like, can be used for propaganda purposes. Grok, is that true? Man, the generation that grows on Twitter and can only get validation from AI by saying, Grok, is this true? They're gonna be so cooked. I think I'm already seeing more propaganda on my feed. I have not been on Twitter in a while, so I wouldn't really know if it's working. I will say, though, the one good thing about Twitter that Twitter recently made a change with that I really wish other websites would do. I know, a positive change from Twitter after just ragging on Twitter was the where's the account, like, one of the updates is account location. Did the music just not... What is this? Oh, it's still going on. It's just a quiet song. But yeah, if you click on a Twitter account and go to account information, it'll tell you where the account is based in. And I think that's a very good change. It's so funny. I mean, wasn't that reversed or something? Because all of the quote-unquote America First accounts, they were all based in Israel and other spots, and all of the white power, white nationalist accounts, they're all based in anywhere that's... literally anywhere that's not America. So stupid. But it's a good change. That was a good change. I'm not sure if they reversed it. Because the propaganda machine, you got to see the man behind... the man behind the machine, or the man behind the curtain, is the real thing. Literally everyone is either from Israel or India. Jeez, Israel is not beating the supervillain allegations. Was I supposed to put another... Oh, I was supposed to put another layer of bricks, or of plates, on this top part. Oh, they brought it back for everyone except for government accounts. Oh, how convenient. How convenient that some American government accounts are based in not America. Gotta hide the people who fund Elon's shenanigans, I guess. Yeah, so all of the accounts they're either in India, Israel, Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt, Russia. It's like, wow. Wowie. Also, look at the pixel art. You got the hedge clippers, got the saw and the hammer. This is coming together pretty cool. Didn't even realize. I'm just like, oh, I'm just putting down the gray blocks. I totally forgot that we're doing like pixel art on this thing. I was too focused on this inside that I forgot about the outside. That's pretty cool. This thing is pretty sizable. Oh, and we're still working on the outside bit. How many brown bricks have you put down, though? Too many to count. Too many brown bricks in Minecraft. I'm not sure why they have these little pieces where you have to get the brick, put a pin in it, and then put another brick in. Very strange. Well, I guess considering that this part is just one single thing, I think they just have to have it as some sort of like locking mechanism. That makes more sense. Yeah, I feel like kids are getting more comfortable being anonymous online. The Fortnite voice chat mode, crazy. I've never been called so many slurs from a child. I've never gone into voice chat in Fortnite. But the slurs, that does remind me of when I was in... when I was on Xbox and hearing... Oh. And hearing all the children say the N-word and smashing mothers and stuff like that. I really want to know if voice chat has changed since those days, because I feel like saying slurs is just the gamer's natural pastime. Or at least the prepubescent gamer's natural pastime. Saying word they just discovered. Oh, whoops. Wrong piece. There we go. Fortnite / Mega Man 5 collab. Wow, people must really love Napalm Man. They're using his weapon all the time. I have all voice chat on every game set to 0. And if you thought voice chat is bad, why don't you try being a girl and being on voice chat? That's extra bad. The amount of sexism gamers have is really insane. And yet these are the same chuckle fucks who are complaining, why can't I get a GF? Why can't I get a GF even though I play Halo Reach and Call of Duty and tell every woman that speaks in game to get me sandwich? Oh, does this go? Yeah, this goes here. Which is why I never talk in any FPS game or just any game in general. You should have seen the Martin Luther King event in Fortnite? What? That's a real thing? Were they showing a speech in the game? Like the Travis Scott concert thing, where it's just like a projected sort of a projected thingy? Wait, how does this... Oh, I put one of these in here. Oh, the Black History Month event on Fortnite. I can imagine it was... I can imagine horrible things. It was the whole map that didn't disable emotes. I see. I feel bad for kids nowadays because there's no way for kids to be cringe and unobserved. Everything is recorded and posted online, and they're too afraid to do anything that could be embarrassing. Yeah, true anonymity is so dead. And the pressure, societal pressure for kids to post on social media and not be cringe. Like, I feel like, truly, I feel like, well, I don't know. I was gonna say millennials are like the only generation to not feel any cringe. But I feel like that's kind of true. It's like a lot of older generations are kind of afraid to be true to themselves. And the younger generation, because of social media pressure, I feel like they're also very afraid to be themselves. And I feel like us as millennials, we've come to not care about those things anymore. Just to live life. Just to enjoy things. No matter how embarrassing it may seem, as long as you are happy, then that's all that matters. Catwoman's emote was very popular, if you can guess. I don't know what the Catwoman emote is. Was it the Marvel Rivals stream where one guy was unreasonably tilted? Gamers are still like that. I see. But yeah, kids these days, they're too obsessed with the concept of cringe. And I feel like as somebody who grew up watching fail blog and cringe compilations, I'm just like, that stuff just doesn't really matter in the long scheme of things. Oh, her iconic weapon is a whip. Ooh. Oh, I see. Yikes. Oh, and we're done with that bag. Okay, on to bag 7. Six, 7? Oh my gosh. We're hip with the kids. Is anybody actually upset hearing kids lingo and slang like that? I don't mind 6-7s. 6-7's now kind of funny. You just gotta wait until, like, every single meme that these kids nowadays have, the lifespan just gets shorter and shorter. So you just have to let it run its course, have your fun while you can. So, whenever a new lingo comes in, I'm just like, whatever, I'll participate in it. That's fine. I'll forget about it in a week anyways. 6-7 is the new generation 9+10. It is. And 9+10 was the previous generation's newer version of, hey Patrick, what's funnier than 24? 25. What a classic season 3 episode. What I do find very interesting though when it comes to memes these days is that, okay, growing up, did you guys ever, like, for memes or phrases from cartoons, you know? Think of, you know, what I just mentioned, you know, what's funnier than 24, 25, or the phrase, did you guys watch Foster Home for Imaginary Friends? It's hot in Topeka. Or, I feel like Foster's had a lot of those, like, single phrase things that you could say over and over again. Especially with cheese. That character, what a wild card. Yeah, the I like chocolate milk, or Ed, Edd and Eddy's buttered toast, or gravy. Like, those meme phrases for us, it's like, did you guys ever have a limiter on saying those? Like, did you ever have teachers that said, hey, you cannot say buttered toast, or gravy, or I like chocolate milk, or it's hot in Topeka? Like, did you guys ever have phrase limits put on you in elementary school or middle school or things like that? I'm genuinely curious. My teacher friend calls his kids chat. Oh my god. That is very strange. 667 will die, but 69 will be eternal. Yeah, and yeah, 69, 666, and 420, the trifecta of funny numbers. We cannot forget that we would all laugh at those. Teachers didn't care about our jokes, TBH. They cared when we were playing Worms on a pocket PC. Oh my gosh, yeah, playing Super Mario on a TI-86 calculator and stuff like that. But yeah, teachers, I feel like growing up, teachers didn't have limiters on what we could say. You know, we couldn't say bad words, of course, but when it came to memes and phrases that we picked up from TV shows, we were never given like an explicit, hey, stop saying that so much. But it's funny because every time I see a post, because I'm subscribed to the r/teachers subreddit, just because I'm very interested in how the younger generation functions. It's always interesting to see whenever a new word comes out, a teacher will post on the subreddit being like, check out my new banned words list. And every time I see that, I'm just like, that is so strange. I don't understand why teachers who are our age are so adamant on having a word, like a banned word and banned phrase list. It just feels like a weird censorship to me. A censorship that people our age, we never grew up with. Or at least I never grew up with having meme phrases being censored at school. So it just feels weird that our generation as teachers, we don't have the patience for things such as, you know, Riz or Yacht or what other dumb phrases have gone out of style. But weird things like that. It's very, I don't know. It just feels very weird to me. And I don't really know how to describe the strange feeling. I guess it just feels hypocritical, I suppose. I don't know. Just very weird censorship. That wasn't very Despacito of them. Wow, epic callback. But yeah, I just find that very interesting. And I don't think that that should be a thing. I don't think teachers should be banning speech like that. And yet, because I feel like that just plays into the whole, like, banning free speech, which is what we're doing in society, it seems like. All the perpetuators of free speech, but as long as you don't use your free speech to make fun of my party, then that's fine. I don't know, it's... I don't know. In later years, Cartoon Network execs forced the shows to stop how many catchphrases, quotes a character would have because they found it made kids too annoying. But being annoying is part of being a kid. I guess that's another thing. It's like, we need to allow kids to be stupid sometimes, to be annoying. We just need to not allow them to be annoying in a way that is harmful to others. But it seems like a lot of stuff on the internet these days are teaching kids to be kind of harmful. God, this is like this music right now is very like video essay music. It's very fitting for the topic at hand. I think we're almost done with the skyline, honestly. I don't see any... Yeah, I don't see any other blue bricks in the other bags. So I think this is going to be it for the skyline. There we go. And the skyline's done. Awesome. Ooh, and now we can put on the flat tiles. But yeah, kids, very interesting. I like to see how they function. Watching them grow up as a generation is very interesting. I don't know, when it comes to the younger generation, I like observing them in like a sociological sort of sense. And I always feel like I'm more lenient on kids these days than most other people. But I always view the younger generation as like, they're not so different than how we were when you really look at it. A lot of people forget these days what it was like to be a kid. And that's something I try to keep with me, is that no matter how old I get, I want to never forget what it's like to be a kid. Makes life a little bit more whimsical that way, and you can understand where a lot of kids are coming from if you just remember, hey, that's how I acted when I was younger. I watch them and go, damn, kids be crazy. Good. Because I remember how I was. Yeah, honestly, the only thing that... Or the only two things... Or actually, it all stems into the same thing. The only thing that I find genuinely concerning about this generation is not even the fault of this generation. It's just the fact that social media plays such a big part in kids' lives. I think that's the only thing that is the biggest detriment to this generation, and the only place where they really falter. And like, damn, I want things to be better, not just for me, but for everybody. I feel like as you get older, the more selfish you get, but I feel like we really shouldn't forget how things are, how things once were, and that we should wish for better things for everybody, not just for us. I do want things to be better for the kids and all that. I guess I feel that more considering that I have a nephew and a very young cousin, so I think about these things quite a lot. And I guess also because I'm a manager at work, so I interact with a bunch of young people on a daily basis. I'm also a birthday party host, so I just look after kids sometimes at work. I just wish they weren't so vulnerable to red-pilled media. Exactly. Exactly. Which is why we need more kids spaces online. Or not even just online, just offline too. Because there's barely any places where you can go as a kid just to hang out and do kid things. Like, helicopter parents are way more intense these days, so a kid can't just go out and hang around around town. Even though if you look at the crime statistics of the US, crime has gotten like has been getting like more safe. So safer than the 80s, and in the 80s you can just let your kid be past midnight just on their bike going where God knows where, because they didn't have a freaking phone on them. But yeah, I feel just the world is very much unfair to kids, and as the younger generation, as Zoomers get older and as Gen Alpha gets older, we're seeing the repercussions of the helicopter parenting, but at the same time, like the helicopter parenting of real life and the Wild West of the online world. Like, we need to be able to switch priorities on what we, monitor when it comes to kids. And it's so weird seeing that the generation that grew up with the internet, we're now having kids, and I'm seeing those parents repeat problems that enable their kids to grow up in bad environments. And I'm just like, how are you letting this happen? How? Let's see. Oh, this is going to be a spot for probably this house right here. The helicopter parents are a real problem in the education field right now. It is wild. That's another thing I notice on the r/teachers subreddit, is that a lot of parents, they're so protective over their child and they're so defensive, and it leads to a culture where it's like the child can do no wrong. It's like you pamper the kid to the point where they're not getting anything out of going to school and stuff. It's made so safe for kids, and yet how many shootings do we have? So yeah, it's I don't know. We live in a society. Oh, I need to make 2 of these little houses. Favorite birthday party theme? It's any theme that I get to dress up in. Because it's not in my job description to dress up for kids' birthday parties, but I do it anyways. It adds a little bit more whimsy into my work. I remember when the Sonic movie came out, I had a Sonic suit that I got. I actually don't know where it is right now. I think it's somewhere in the deep recesses in the back rooms of my work. But I got a Sonic suit, and I did birthday parties as Sonic the Hedgehog. And when I had one of my employees come and help me out with stuff, I would have one of them wear a Tails suit. But I wouldn't be like, hey, you have to wear the Tails suit. I'd be like, hey, if you want to wear the Tails suit, I'll buy you lunch. And that would always get one of my employees to wear the Tails suit with me. So those were really fun times. But yeah, it would just be like a Kigurumi sort of suit. And I'm glad that the birthday parties would only last like a couple hours, because those suits would get so warm. Okay, how does this house work? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I thought you meant like a full fursuit style suit. Oh my gosh. Like a full like Disney mascot suit. That would be wild. I would not be opposed to that though. Wouldn't be the first time I've worn a full fursuit for work. Because I have. I used to work at a pet store, and we had a mascot whenever we had charity events, and our mascot was like, we had several mascots, but we had a mascot suit that was like just a dog. Wasn't even like a, it looks nothing like a fursuit. It's looked more like a Mickey Mouse sort of suit, but I would wear that sometimes, and that was really fun. I do remember wearing that to Halloween, because I remember at my pet store job, one time we were getting rid of stuff and we were throwing away things, and we had an old version of the suit that I had only ever worn, and we're just like, yeah, we don't really need this. And so they threw it out, or they were going to throw it out, but I'm just like, I'll take it. And so when I was trick-or-treating with my little cousin, I wore the dog furry mascot suit, and that was really fun. And then after that, I'm just like, after that, I didn't wear it for an entire year, and then I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna donate this thing. I don't need it. So unfortunately, I don't have my furry mascot suit anymore. I kind of miss it though, kinda. What the dog doing? That's what everybody was saying to me. Yeah, at work, I was hoping that there was going to be some people to have Jurassic World themed birthday parties, but around the time Jurassic World came out, we changed birthday party policies, so it got a bit more expensive. So we didn't have a single birthday party that was dinosaur themed, which is very unfortunate because I love dinosaurs a lot, and I would have gone all out and gone into a done the party with like the inflatable dinosaur suit. Was the mascot suit your privilege to wear because you were the smallest employee? I actually was not the smallest employee. Believe it or not. I just was the one who didn't mind being inside of a very warm fursuit. It's conversations like this that remind me, oh yeah, I feel like I'm in denial about being a furry. I'm not full-fledged, though. One of these days, I'll have a ref sheet for my fursona. Is this gold? It is gold, okay. I am making a gold ore. Oh, I would love to get a VTuber model of my fursona. That would be great. Yeah, the otter. Wait, what is this thing? Oh, this little pointy bit. That's a stalagmite. Yeah, this is the dripstone cave that we're making, and there's like a lava pool. A book. I had to accept it when I was told Digimon do count as furries, and that was like 4 years ago. I mean, if we're counting that as furry, then I guess technically I've been a furry for like 10 years, considering I really liked My Little Pony. Because I feel like My Little Pony is just, is a type of furry that's in like mega denial. Bronies are furries. They just don't like to admit it. I promise I will not make jokes about how you'd look just like the jelly otter as your otter sona. Jelly otter? What is jelly otter? Oh my god! I remember these! PB&J Otter! I watched this show as a kid. I remember I had a little, like, I remember I had a toy. My grandma got me this toy. It was a little, like, sandwich plush, and it had a zipper, and you take out the zipper, and you would have peanut butter and jelly otter plushies inside. I think maybe it wasn't PB&J Otter. Maybe it was just literally just a sandwich toy. But I remember every time I watched PB&J Otter, I would have that toy on me. Oh my gosh, thank you for reminding me about that show. Because I was thinking about that show like months ago, and I'm just like, I cannot remember what this show was called. Oh man, I love PB&J Otter. That was at the same time. Gosh, I just really liked aquatic mammals at that point, because when I was watching PB&J Otter, I was also watching the Angry Beavers show. Gosh, I guess I've always just loved water creatures, even from a young age. My obsession with the ocean did not spawn with SpongeBob. It started earlier with Angry Beavers and PB&J Otter. Gosh, I'm so happy for this, so excited for this vacation, because hopefully I get to see some aquatic animals. I feel like it was my calling to always be interested in animals and stuff, especially since I also very much enjoy dinosaurs and junk like that, and worked at a pet store. And for a little bit in college, I tried to study marine biology. Maybe I should go back to college and study marine biology. At the same time, I don't think there's many job openings for a marine biologist. And I'm already pretty deep into my current job career at this company. So, I don't know. Oh, and capybaras. That's also another aquatic animal I very much enjoy. I liked capybaras before they were cool. And now capybaras aren't in the spotlight anymore, so it's okay for me to like capybaras again. Because I'm a hipster. I cannot help that I enjoy things when other people don't know what they are. Which is why I think it's extra cool to be into Metal Heroes. Because how many people have watched Metal Heroes? Nobody. I'm sorry, they were always cool, they just got trendy. Exactly, yeah. So true. But yeah, now they're not as trendy anymore. And I'm fine with that. Let them go back into obscurity. It's so funny how in the 2010s, llamas were like the big... llamas and alpacas were like the big animal. And that lasted for like 10 years. And then capybaras come in post-pandemic, and they have that same sort of effect, but their reign on merchandising was half the time. Because I feel like now, like from the start of the pandemic to now, it's only been 5 years. And I feel like capybaras went big, and then now you don't see capybara stuff anywhere anymore. The world moves at a faster pace. I was once off all week because of a hand injury, and I did that week. Wait, what? I was once off all week because of a hand injury, and all I did that week was draw a hentai comic. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. I don't know how we got onto that convo, but that's pretty epic. Latin American mammals are so peak. Llamas, capybaras. Latin American animals. The pika. The pika is a cool animal. And it's a very real creature. Let's see, what other Latin American mammals? Guinea pigs. Guinea pigs. They're... you can find them... Where's Machu Picchu located? Is that... I forget where that's located, but you can find guinea pigs naturally there. I know that much. Guinea pigs are awesome. Peru, that's what it is. For some reason, I'm just like, Brazil, Chile. But yeah, Peru, that's where it is. Is this all for this module? I think that's it for this module. Guinea pigs are pretty cool. Man, when I worked at a pet store, I would take care of the guinea pigs, and I wanted a guinea pig so bad. They are such cute animals, but they're also very large. And they're very social creatures, so you can't just get one guinea pig. At my store, we had a policy where it's like you cannot buy one guinea pig. You have to buy multiple. Or if you already have a single guinea pig, that's when you can purchase a single guinea pig. They have to be in pairs. Oh yeah, that's right. That's where Rise of the Beast takes place, in Peru. But yeah, guinea pigs are pretty epic. Love them. Oh, I really like the woolly guinea pigs. It's not a separate species, but there's a guinea pig that has a very specific texture of fur, and it's the same texture as coconut. And I really like the feel of those guinea pigs. I really wanted a woolly guinea pig. I would have named it Chewbacca. And the other one, if I were to get 2 woolly guinea pigs, it would be Chewbacca and, I don't know, maybe Wicket? Right? That's the name of the Ewok in Return of the Jedi. Guinea pigs are food? I mean, in Peru, yeah. I heard at Machu Picchu or around the area, you can actually find vendors that are selling, like, guinea pig, like cooked guinea pig. And as horrific as that sounds to me, I am also, I'm also very hungry. So it's just like, yeah, I'd be down to try guinea pig. I'd be down for that. Their meat tastes like rabbit? Well, I've never had rabbit before, and I'm down to try that as well. My cat's name is Wicket? Ooh, nice. Very cute. Epic name. What other Latin American animals, or mammals, at least I should say? Can't really think of many more. I think that's all that have reached a meme status. Thinking about pets, my mom got me a pet turkey when I was a kid around this time of year. You can guess what was the outcome? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. There's a few places in the Andes that eat guinea pig. Same for capybaras. Their meat was/is also eaten by some groups. I would be so down to eat capybara meat. I mean, capybaras are essentially just giant guinea pigs anyways. Rabbit is one of the leanest meats of the animal kingdom. Gonna be real, I may eat meat a lot. I don't know what the definition of lean meat is. What does it mean to be lean? Is that like tough meat? Lean means low fat content. I see. I see. I'm more of a fan of the fatty meats, so I like pork a lot. Pork and like a lot of fish are like very fatty, or seafood. The one thing that differentiates crab meats or like ocean crustacean meats to land crustacean meats is the fat content. Turkey is lean, pork is not lean. Oh, that makes sense why I'm not the biggest fan of turkey. I am a pork girly. Rabbit has circa 1% fat? Dang. Oh man, all this talk about meat is now making me hungry. I feel like every time I stream, I'm in the mood for Mexican food. I just got a craving for tacos, man. Oh wait, I have chips. I've got my sweet corn tortilla, or sweet corn chips. I can make myself some nachos. Yeah. Oh wait, that's right. I'm saving my nachos for tomorrow. I'm cooking them at work. Damn it, so I can't have nachos right now. Oh, my tummy is rumbling. My tummy is making the rumblies that only hands can satisfy. Do you like that callback, considering we were talking about llamas? Mexican food? I got you, Mako. That's the one thing that sucks about living in my area, is that there are no taco trucks. No taco trucks, no taco stands. So I can't get something late like this. The only Mexican food is Taco Bell. And that's... I have a specific craving for Taco Bell. It's never when I want Mexican food. But I feel like everybody knows that. Everybody understands that Taco Bell is a very different beast than real Mexican food. White people nachos? Well, the nachos I make, so I have sweet corn, or I've got corn chips, and then I put on grated pepper jack and sharp cheddar. I would get queso Oaxaca, but kind of hard for me to find. Yeah, I pour shredded, all of that. I get sliced jalapenos. I put all that on the nachos as well. Whatever meat I have, I'll dice it up and throw that onto the nachos as well. And then I'll lather it all with tapatio. And then I'll bake it up. And then once that's done baking and all the cheese is all melty, I'll put some tajin on it. And that's how I make nachos. Good stuff. Good stuff. Is it going to be busy tomorrow for you? Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to work on Thanksgiving, and I'm probably going to have to work overtime. So that's really annoying, because I was hoping to get off early and at least make it to Thanksgiving dinner, so... But that's not going to be the case. But also, I work on Black Friday, and I work in the morning of Black Friday, so I have to get to work. I have to wake up for work at like 5 in the morning. So, even if I did have to come home, or even if I did get off work early enough to have Thanksgiving dinner, I'd be able to only experience Thanksgiving dinner for like 30 minutes until I have to go to bed. So this year has not been the kindest to me when it comes to trying to experience Thanksgiving, unfortunately. But you know what? I guess I'll just celebrate Thanksgiving on my vacation. I'll eat plenty of seafood. Or what kind of fish looks like a turkey? The only fish that looks like a turkey is a sea lion, and sea lions are incredibly poisonous. But whatever, I'm a robot. I don't get poisoned by things humans get poisoned. I'll eat a lionfish. Zebrafish, that's also what it's called. It's weird, that fish has 3 different names. It's called a lionfish, a zebrafish, and a scorpionfish. And I don't know what parts of the world call it what things. I grew up with it being called a lionfish. If you had beef, Oaxaca, or manchego cheese, flour tortilla, onions, cilantro, and lime, you can make beef quesadillas, Mexican approved. Ooh, that sounds good. Man, we've got a lot of pieces here that are just left over. Right, I'm gonna move them off. All right, and off to bag number 9. Ooh, the penultimate bag. Y'all don't have the rule if you work like Christmas Eve, you don't work Christmas Day, or vice versa. I had that rule nearly every restaurant I worked at. Your restaurant sounds like a good place to work at, because I don't have that rule. I don't have that rule. Gosh, I can't even remember. Oh, geez. I don't know why my nose is getting all stuffy. But I can't remember the last time I didn't work on Thanksgiving. Because I've had times where I've worked and I've still made it to Thanksgiving because I worked like a morning shift and got the latter half of the day off and I was able to make it. But I feel like every year I've worked Thanksgiving. And actually, fun fact, every year since, every year for the past 10 years, I've worked Black Friday. Thank God the places I work at aren't crazy Black Friday stuff. So we never get, I never have to deal with like big crowds and stuff like that. But still, having to work Black Friday, it's just like, man, I can't experience the deals at other places. Granted, these days, Black Friday deals aren't as extreme as they were back in the 2000s. Back when doorbusters were literally stuff that you would break down the front door of a store in order to get your hands on. Like, so there's a Black Friday deal at Walmart. And it's for Transformers. And the Black Friday deal is that they have 2 deluxe Transformers. Now, keep in mind deluxe Transformers, the new price for deluxe Transformers is around like $25 to $30. So they have a 2-pack of deluxe Transformers, and they're selling that for $15. So a $50 to $60 value in $15 at Walmart. And I'm just like, sure, the figures themselves aren't that good. There's only one figure that I've got my eye on, and it's the 2-pack that has Cosmos and a Shattered Glass Wheeljack. I don't care about Shattered Glass Wheeljack. I'll just give that to like my nephew or something. But I want Cosmos. That's the one I want. He's such a hard figure to find for a good price. And the thing is, that's only a Black Friday at Walmart thing, and Walmart's open at 6 in the morning. But I have to get ready for work on Black Friday at 5 in the morning, and it's like, man, I mean, I guess I could drive to a Walmart during my lunch break, but it's like, I want to actually eat something. And I feel like with a deal for Transformers that good, all of the Cosmoses are going to be taken. Because Cosmos, out of all the Transformers they have in those 2-packs, Cosmos is the one everybody's got their eye on. And I feel like at that point, I feel like I'll just have better chances trying to find an eBay listing for Cosmos. And it's like, sure, I'd be paying like $20 for Cosmos on eBay, or $20 or $25 or $30 for Cosmos on eBay, but it's just like, at least that sure as hell beats like paying like $70 for a Cosmos like it used to be, you know? At least that's the silver lining. When it's melted, put the onion diced and the cilantro on top and squeeze some lime juice. Ooh, that sounds good. But yeah, that's the only, like, that Transformers deal, that's the only deal I've seen in recent years where I'm just like, oh my gosh, that is an insane deal. That really is a doorbuster. But nowadays, man, the magic of Black Friday has very much disappeared. Man, where's the fun in having a deal if you... What's the fun in having an amazing price TV if you can't, if you didn't physically punch an old grandma to get that TV, to get it first? Come on, where's the fun in retelling that tale? In just saying, oh yeah, I just picked up plenty of these TVs and I went to the self-checkout and I got it. You gotta have the fist fight to make the story interesting. Man, we hit the 3-hour mark so fast. I know, I actually just saw that we hit the 3-hour mark. But yeah, I mean, at least we're actually pretty good on time. Because we're actually almost done with this. Everyone wants that Weird Al Transformer. I mean, I want that Transformer. The Transformers animated Wreck-Gar. But I'm just like, I wish it wasn't a remold of the Junkion. I really wish it was its own toy. But what you gonna do, I guess. I mean, at this point, if I want a Wreck-Gar toy, I'll just get the original animated Wreck-Gar. I feel like that's just the better thing. Do they have a mini goat for this part? I wish they had a mini goat for the this biome. Oh, I totally forgot I didn't make Alex. There you go. There's the mini Alex. Alex. Great to meet you. That's the one thing I didn't get about that movie. Why did Jack Black say great to meet and not meetcha? Who says meech? And then as per usual, we can make a second Alex. Wait, Weird Al is Cosmo in Earthspark. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. Weird Al voices Cosmos in Earthspark. You know, that is a show that I need to watch. I need to watch Earthspark and Cyberworld. Or Cyberverse. Frick. Cyberworld is the new one. Why does Transformer TV series, they all just use the same, like, 5 words in different orders? But yeah. I used to have a wheelchair I used for Black Friday to cut lines. That sounds awesome. Oh my gosh, that's such a big brain move. Gosh, I remember in the Tumblr days, I remember there was one person, or actually not in the Tumblr days, specifically in the Vine days. There was one person who on Black Friday, they would go to Target with khakis and a red shirt, and they would impersonate a Target employee in order to get to the deals faster. Which is like, that is big brain. But also, that sounds like something that you would get banned from a Target for. I also had a cane that I used to walk like Mr. House. Oh, that's awesome. Well, not awesome that you need a cane whenever you did need it, but cool that you have the cane in situations where you could use the cane to your advantage. Pretty epic. And I'm just making a lot of these ice pillars. A lot of the same thing over and over again. Yeah, it does sound very risky. Speaking of meme animals, Minecraft sure likes repeating the same "goat kicks you off the mountain" jokes since they were announced. Oh gosh. Remember, what is Hollywood's obsession with screaming goats? I'll never understand that. The screaming goat trend was funny for like a week in 2016 with the whole like Taylor Swift, I knew you were trouble goat edit. And I guess somebody at Hollywood just must have thought that video was really funny, and specifically a Disney executive must have thought that was really funny and just included it in every other Disney movie. Speaking of, I haven't watched Zootopia 2 yet, but they have 2 goat characters in the movie, and I'm just like, I swear to God, if they do the screaming goat thing, I'm going to walk out of that theater. Did the playlist finish? No, it's still going. We're like in the beta music right now. Maka, did you read do you read fanfic from K-pop Demon Hunters? I do not, actually. I do not read. I haven't read a fanfic in such a long time. I am aware that, this is like a tangent. I am aware that there is a, portion of the fandom that is drawing the K-pop Demon Hunter girls as fridges, and the fridges, participate in acts that would result in the creation of smaller fridges. I'll put it like that. Which is very weird. K-pop demon thruple. The ship is called Polytrix, actually. You haven't seen the K-pop Demon Hunter fridge trend? Oh my gosh, you need to just I think if you just look up K-pop Demon Hunter fridge, you'll see some very interesting images of a roomy fridge getting smashed from behind by Mira fridge, and then her fridge water dispenser spews water everywhere. It's very interesting. It's the first time in a while where I was surprised by the internet. I shouldn't be surprised at that. That is definitely not the weirdest thing that has come out of the internet, but it's so out of left field. Oh yeah, Ray Ami, the singing voice of Zoe, commented on fridge tricks. That's right. And she was so confused, as she should be. Okay, now we need to get the big top. Oh yeah, so pretty much this is what the Finnish like biomes look like. That's pretty cool. Pretty neat. Got the ice peak. Let's see. The pine forest. You got the little like mushrooms, or I think these are like the thornberry thingies. Let's see. The entrance to, or got the dripstone cave with the lava pit, village, sakura biome, and you can see the rails for the mine shaft, swamp, birch forest, some more farm, beach, desert. They've got it all here. Pretty cool. And I like the blue skybox. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Yeah, this is the igloo. Yeah, pretty cool. And then it's neat how you can just take off a little piece and see the deep dark. And you can pull this off. I like how you can easily pull off the pieces. And like, as you can see before, like here's what the biome, the map looks like for the ice biome. And then you can see the colors match up with how it looks on here too. Pretty neat detail. I like that. You can pull up each individual part and take a look at the inside. And again, you see it matches, as you got like the blue bit right here on the map, and it matches the water line right here. Pretty cool. All right, let's build the top of this thing with the final bag. And I think this is literally just pixel art for the top of the workbench. Alrighty. Oh, almost done. So excited. Oh, that is a lot of pieces for this step. Okay, let's see. Just line them up. Your default expression when you look away turns into a frown when you're not looking at the camera. Oh, so it does. Interesting. I really want a model that, do you remember, I'm not sure if this is still the case, but Iron Mouse had a model. Whenever she looked away, her eyes would like go white and a ghost would come out of her mouth. I think that's such a unique way to do like a looking away face. And I would love to have a model that did something similar to that. Oh man, all the talk about food earlier has gotten me mega hungry. My tummy now really has the rumblies that only hands can satisfy. I've seen people whose model get a really long neck when they look away. That sounds like a very, Chibi-Doki or Doki Bird thing to do. Long necks seem to be like one of those VTuber model staples these days. Mako's sad when she doesn't get to enjoy her favorite activity. Yeah, every time I look away from the bricks, I get sad. Every time I look at you, chat, I get sad. I kid. Or do I? I've seen, oh wait, I just read that. Yeah, I wonder what the new model trend will be. I wonder. VTubing. VTubing always changes. Or I forget which of the franchises does the quote belong to, because I know Fallout and Metal Gear Solid, they have opposite but similar quotes. Is it Fallout that war never changes, and Metal Gear Solid that's war is always changing? I can't remember which one is which. I think I'm placing these in the right spot. Metal Gear Solid 4 is War Never Changes. Oh wait, Fallout is War Never Changes? Or is Metal Gear Solid 4 War is Always Changing? Because I remember there was an episode of Wacky Game Jokes for Kids. You guys remember that? By Hot Diggity Demon on Newgrounds. There was a joke that they did where just like they reused the same footage for 2 jokes, and it was Mickey was dressed up as Metal Gear or as Big Boss, and it was like War Never Changes, and then they switch to a next skit and it's the exact same thing but with the Fallout skin over them, and it's like War is Always Changing or whatever. Oh wait, I need tile here, or plate. This is very spooky music, Jesus. Oh wait, now we've got the one little plates here on the end. They're paying Ron Perlman extra these days to say that same line. Does Ron Perlman play a character in frickin' Fallout or Metal Gear Solid. I'm so unfamiliar with a lot of what Ron Perlman does, even though I like everything that he's in. I always forget that Ron Perlman is the Lich from Adventure Time, or that he's Slade from Teen Titans. And then wasn't Ron Perlman, wasn't he Optimus Primal in Rise of the Beasts? Oh, he voiced the narrator in Fallout. Oh, interesting. In all of the Fallout games, or specifically in like 4 or 76 or something? Oh, and 3 and 3, New Vegas, and 4. Gotcha. Oh, there's the brown tile. The 3D ones. Gotcha, gotcha. Has anyone ever played the original Fallout games? Those ones are like lost to time. Nobody has played those. I do have those on my Steam wish list, though. One of these days, I'll get them. As they seem like an interesting bunch. And funny thing, from what I understand, in Fallout 1, the currency is bottle caps. But in Fallout 2, society has evolved, so they don't use bottle caps as currency. But then when Fallout 3 came in, they're just like, bottle caps were fun. Let's just make that the currency again. I tried playing Fallout 1 and 2 a while back. It's hard to play, or it's hard to beat. Yeah, those are the type of games where you need to go onto GameFAQs and have a guide out the entire time. Fallout Tactics has bottle lids. Ooh. I have them, but I've never finished 1 and 2, TBH. I always forget to continue them. I see. Wait, the first 2 translated, so I'm missing info on whether he was there. Oh, show. Oh, this is coming together. There we go. And then, oh yeah, just gotta do this now. There we go, that iconic grid. Oh, there we go. Da, 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 da. Got the top of the workbench. Super cool looking. And now we place that on top of this brick, this block. And there we go. So we have the thing. Maybe I should zoom out a bit. Manually zoom out. There we go. I should have done this angle the entire time. But yeah, now we've got the full crafting table. Pretty cool. I wish the top was textured like blue as well to match the sides here. But this is pretty cool. Very easily detachable top. And let's put this back on and take a look at the side. There we go. We can move it here, and there's the full pixel art. Actually, let's remove these little placard pieces. There we go, so we can place it down there. And we can build a thing, and then we go onto this side, and we see this texture here. That's pretty cool. Get the good old games version of Fallout. They have compatibility patch for modern PCs. Oh, interesting. Ironically, New Vegas does a better explanation of why people switch back to caps, and you can still trade with New California bucks. Ooh, cool. One of these days, I'll fully get into Fallout. Oh yeah, it's cool that we can actually add the placards on the front part as well, if for some reason you want to display your crafting table this way. And yeah, these little placards have this little stickers that you're supposed to put on, so you can finally put on like the Minecraft logo or create new world or something like that. I'm gonna do that off screen because placing stickers is very tedious. But yeah, this is easily one of the coolest Lego sets I've built this year. Definitely not as cool as the Lego Game Boy that I built. But this one is pretty much a close second. To be fair, I haven't built a lot of Lego sets this year, which is good. I need to tone down on building Lego sets. They're getting more and more expensive every year. But yeah, pretty cool. Oh wait, actually, you can put this on the bottom in case you don't want to display the top part. I totally forgot that you can do that. You can put these on the side. There we go. And you just got a little like raised display here that can easily pop off. I like that it's designed to easily come off. But yeah, pretty sick Lego set. Let's actually take apart these parts so we can actually see the map underneath. There we go. And with the 5 modules taken out, because this one module is the double, you can now see how the map design like coincides with the look of the actual map here. That's pretty neat. What a very thoughtful Lego set. Kudos to the engineers who made this set possible. And I really like how this is the 15th anniversary set for Lego Minecraft. I just need to find a spot to put it on my shelf. Now you can craft buck chuckets with the leftover pieces. Are there enough pieces to make buck chuckets? Oh my gosh. Also, that's a lot of leftover pieces. I don't think we have the right pieces to make buck chuckets. Man, we've got 2 tiles to make for the pig, but we're just missing the one angled tile, or the one angled brick that makes it possible to make another pig. Son of a gun. Also, they gave us 2 of these clear red pieces. I have no idea where these go. Clearly they're supposed to be like redstone, but they were not included in any part in here. Were they mistake pieces? Oh, it says it uses 1 of the clear red pieces. So I must have not put it somewhere. Interesting. Where could it be that I didn't put? Oh, wait. Is that... Ah, there is a spot. It's in this module here. Where do I put this red piece? Ah, it's right here. Okay. Where is... Oh, there's my wall-mounted brick separator. Now I put the redstone piece in here. There we go. So now the redstone is exposed on top of this, like, mountainous biome. I'm not sure how accurate that is. I think it was more accurate when I had the copper piece in it. But yeah, there we go. At least we figured out where that redstone piece goes. There we go. And it's all done. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for joining on the stream. Wow, we actually streamed almost exactly 3 hours, 30 minutes. Perfect. Alrighty. So yeah, I'll be taking the next week, maybe week and a half off, because I'm going on vacation. But yeah, I'll be back with some tales from the tropics and stuff. And yeah, you guys have a good Thanksgiving. Have a good Black Friday if you're participating in the door busting and the deal achieving and such and whatnot. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in December. See ya, guys.